Seniors, stop 3 a.m. wake-ups with this night drink. Hello, my wonderful friends. Have you ever noticed that after 60, sleep just isn't the same anymore? You fall asleep, yes, but around 2 o'clock or 3, 0-inch the morning, almost like clockwork, your eyes pop open. And then you lie there, staring at the ceiling, wishing your body would just go back to sleep. For many people, this pattern feels like an unavoidable part of aging. But what if I told you that one of the simplest habits, something you thought was helping, might actually be the very thing waking you up? I'm talking about drinking plain water before bed. Yes, I know. For decades we've been told, stay hydrated. A glass of water before bed is healthy. And hydration is important, but after 60, plain water can actually work against you. It doesn't calm your nerves, it doesn't feed your sleep hormones, and worst of all, it heads straight to your bladder, which, by now, is much more sensitive than it used to be. So tonight, I want to share something special with you. I'm Dr. Lisa, and in this video, we'll go through 5 powerful bedtime drinks that can replace plain water. Drinks that not only help you fall asleep faster, but also help you stay asleep longer without waking up groggy, without running to the bathroom at 3 a.m., and without depending on sleeping pills. And let me say this, the last drink on the list is something most people overlook, yet it provides recovery you can feel the very next morning. If you want your nights to feel peaceful again, and your mornings to feel fresh again, stay with me until the very end. Why sleep changes after 60. Before I reveal the drinks, let's talk about why sleep becomes so fragile as we age. Hormonal decline. Your melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep cycles, naturally decreases year after year. By the time you're 60, your body produces only a fraction of what it used to. Bladder sensitivity. The antidiuretic hormone that helps your body hold water at night also declines. That means even a small amount of liquid can trigger the urge to urinate. Nervous system changes. With age, the nervous system becomes more easily stimulated. Stress hormones like cortisol may stay high even when you're not worried, keeping your brain on alert. Plain water problem, a glass of water before bed doesn't fix any of this. In fact, it often makes things worse by filling the bladder without delivering calming nutrients. So what's the solution? Instead of cutting out drinks completely, which can leave you dehydrated, you simply need to switch to smarter drinks. Drinks that contain the very nutrients your body is now missing. Drink number 5. Warm, unsweetened almond milk, the pillow for your nervous system. Let's begin with something simple, gentle, and surprisingly effective. Warm almond milk. Many people think only cow's milk helps with sleep, but after 60, lactose intolerance and digestive sensitivity make dairy more of a problem than a solution. Almond milk, especially the unsweetened kind, is lighter, safer, and even more beneficial. Why? Because almond milk naturally contains magnesium and tryptophan. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system, easing muscle tension and slowing down overactive brain receptors. Tryptophan is an amino acid that your body converts first into serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter, and then into melatonin, your sleep hormone. In fact, a 2014 clinical study found that adults who drank almond milk twice daily increased their deep sleep time by an average of 22 minutes. That may not sound like much, but if you've been waking up groggy and irritable, an extra 22 minutes of restorative sleep is gold. The best way to use almond milk, warm up half a cup, 120, 150 milliliter, about 60-90 minutes before bed. Make sure it's unsweetened, free of flavor additives, and low in calories so it won't spike blood sugar. If you'd like, add a pinch of cinnamon not only for flavor, but also to gently support circulation through the night. Think of this drink as a pillow for your nervous system. Soft, simple, and supportive. Drink number 4, chamomile tea, the natural switch-off button. Now, if your problem isn't just the bladder, but also your mind-racing thoughts, restlessness, or a heart that won't quite calm down, then chamomile tea is your best friend. Chamomile has been used for centuries as a natural sleep remedy. But what makes it so special is a compound called apigenin. Apigenin binds to the same receptors in your brain that anti-anxiety medications target the GABA receptors. But unlike drugs, chamomile isn't addictive and has no dangerous side effects. When apigenin binds to those receptors, your brain waves slow down, your heart rate eases, and your nervous system begins to glide into rest mode. You literally feel your eyelids grow heavy, your breathing deepen, and your thoughts settle. A 2015 study with women over 65 showed that drinking chamomile tea every night for 2 weeks reduced the time it took to fall asleep by 16 minutes, cut nighttime awakenings by 30%, and left 80% of participants reporting a more pleasant sleep. To use it properly, steep 1 bag of chamomile tea in hot water for 5-7 minutes. Let it cool to a comfortable warmth and sip it 45-60 minutes before bed. Avoid honey or sugar. You don't want to spike your blood sugar at night, but you can add a slice of ginger or a drop of natural vanilla for a soothing twist. Think of chamomile as the switch-off button for your brain. Instead of lying in bed thinking about yesterday's worries or tomorrow's to-do list, your brain finally says, "Enough. It's time to rest." Drink number 3, lightly warmed coconut water, the bladder's secret ally. Now, let's talk about a drink that surprises many people. Coconut water. You may think of coconut water as a refreshing summer drink, but when used the right way, it can actually help seniors sleep better. Why? Because it's one of the richest natural sources of potassium, magnesium, and natural sodium. These minerals help balance your electrolytes. And believe it or not, even a slight imbalance can trigger nighttime leg cramps, restless legs, or an irritable bladder. In fact, studies have shown that older adults with low potassium are up to 28% more likely to experience nighttime urination and fragmented sleep. Restoring electrolytes gently through natural sources, not pills, can make a dramatic difference. Here's the catch: don't drink it cold, and don't drink too much. Cold liquids chill the stomach, and large amounts can overwhelm the bladder. The right way: dilute fresh coconut water with warm water in a 1-to-1 ratio. Drink only about half a cup, 100-120 milliliter. Sip it slowly after dinner, at least 1 hour before bed. If you want extra warmth, add a slice of fresh ginger. But if you have kidney issues or are on a potassium-restricted diet, skip this one. Think of coconut water as the nighttime peacekeeper, keeping your muscles calm, your nerves steady, and your bladder relaxed. Drink number 2, golden milk with black pepper, the cortisol tamer. Sometimes the real enemy of sleep isn't the bladder or restless thoughts, it's cortisol, the stress hormone. Even if you're not actively worrying, cortisol can remain high late into the evening. And when cortisol is high, your heart rate doesn't slow, your brain doesn't release melatonin, and you end up tossing and turning. The solution? Golden milk, a soothing blend of turmeric, black pepper, and warm milk. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural compound proven to regulate the HPA axis. That's the communication line between your brain, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands. When this line is calmer, cortisol levels drop and sleep hormones rise. Black pepper plays a crucial role here, boosting curcumin absorption by up to 8 times. In a 2019 study, adults who took curcumin nightly for 4 weeks reduced their cortisol by an average of 23%, and their deep sleep, as measured by EEG scans, improved significantly. Here's how to make it. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric powder with a small pinch of black pepper into half a cup, 150 milliliter, of warm milk. Use almond, walnut, or oat milk. Drink it slowly about 1 hour before bed. This isn't just a sleep drink, it also reduces inflammation, eases joint pain, and supports recovery during rest. If you've ever woken up stiff, sore, or achy, golden milk may be the comforting ritual you've been missing. Think of it as the cortisol tamer telling your body, the stress is over, it's safe to rest now. Drink number 1, warm gelatin or bone broth, the nighttime healer. And now, my favorite and most powerful bedtime drink, gelatin or diluted bone broth. At first, you might think of gelatin as something for joint support or skin health. But here's the secret. Gelatin is one of the richest natural sources of glycine. Glycine is an amino acid with profound effects on sleep. It lowers your core body temperature, a signal your brain uses to enter deep sleep. It slows your heart rate. It boosts slow-wave brain activity, the kind associated with dreamless, restorative sleep. In fact, a landmark 2007 study found that just 3 grams of glycine before bed helped older adults sleep more deeply, wake up less often, and feel noticeably more refreshed in the morning. Unlike sleeping pills, glycine doesn't force drowsiness. Instead, it gently guides your body into its natural sleep rhythm. That makes it ideal for people with chronic insomnia or those who wake up feeling unrested. Even better, gelatin also supports collagen production overnight, helping repair muscles, maintain joints, and keep your skin resilient. How to use it? Dissolve 1 teaspoon of unflavored gelatin into half a cup, 120 milliliter of warm water. Stir until dissolved and sip slowly 30-45 minutes before bed. If using bone broth, choose a low-sodium version, warm it gently, and drink it plain without food for best absorption. Think of this as the nighttime healer. Not only does it help you sleep deeply, it also restores your body while you sleep. You wake up not just rested, but renewed. The golden rules for nighttime drinks. Now, before you run to the kitchen, let me share a few golden rules. These small adjustments can make the difference between a peaceful night and another restless one. Keep the volume small. About 100-150 milliliter, half a cup is enough. More liquid won't help you sleep better, it will only wake you up earlier. Timing matters. Drink it 60-90 minutes before bed, not right before you lie down. Sip slowly, spread it over 10-15 minutes so your body absorbs it gently. Empty the bladder. Always visit the bathroom one last time before bed. An empty bladder is a peaceful bladder. Test one at a time. Try almond milk for a week, then gelatin for a week, and so on. Everyone's body responds differently. Find what works best for you. Closing thoughts. My dear friends, after 60, sleep is no longer as simple as it once was. Hormones shift, the bladder becomes more sensitive, the nervous system grows more reactive. But that doesn't mean you have to accept restless nights. Sometimes, all it takes is 1 small cup of the right drink at the right time in the right way. So tonight, I encourage you, pick one. Maybe it's almond milk, maybe it's chamomile, maybe it's golden milk or gelatin. Try it. Be patient for a few nights and notice how your body responds. Because when you sleep deeply, you don't just rest. You heal. You rebuild. You reclaim the peace that aging tries to take away. So tell me in the comments, which drink will you try tonight? Your experience might be the very tip someone else needs to finally sleep through the night. And if you found this helpful, please give the video a like, subscribe for more weekly health tips, and share it with a friend who deserves a better night's rest. Here's to peaceful nights and brighter mornings.